Yes, I was on a Mr. Beast video. I was on the video 2,000 people fight for 5 million, which was really cool. Let's talk about how I got in. I did a program with Amazon Prime student during the spring. They were sending out a bunch of like surveys, emails, stuff like that. I opened one of the emails. It was talking about how they were doing this new show with Mr. Beast. Obviously that grabbed my attention. I did end up sending in an application. I got a call that night being like, oh, we're moving you forward to the next part of casting. I was like, okay, cool. Don't know what that means. I think it was in July. I got an email saying that I was accepted and that I was going to be in the show. I don't know why the email looked like a scam. I was so sure that I was getting like trafficked or something. I ended up not deciding until about a week before that I was gonna go. They email us and they're like, hey, like, we're giving you guys like a little like warm up to wear for tomorrow so that, you know, you don't show like the shirts, like the jerseys. I'm thinking, like, in my mind, I'm picturing like the like Squid Games like tracksuit type of deal. I'm like, sheesh, like, okay, like, I'm excited. We get down there and they're handing out trash bags. I don't know why they thought that would be like less noticeable, because like it looked really weird when there was 2,000 people all in trash bags. The next day, we go to the Raiders stadium, which was really cool. I don't think I'll ever forget how it felt like walking in there for the first time. I felt like I was in the Hunger Games. Walking in, I was like, I think I've seen this movie. Obviously, at this point, I told my family, I was like, oh yeah, like, I'm gonna be on Prime Video. Because that's how it was explained to me, obviously, in that first email that I got. We get there, Jimmy starts talking to us, and that's when I realized, I'm like, oh, this is the audition. And that's when my motivation became like 10 times stronger, because I was like, I'm not gonna be a liar. Like, I said I was gonna be on this show. Like, I gotta be on this show. Like, we gotta figure this out. Let's do it. Let's talk about the challenges. The first challenge was the boulder challenge, obviously. It was like 5 groups even, right? And you're gonna pull this boulder. The last person to get their boulder to the top is eliminated. Those are pretty good odds. I just gotta not be on the worst team. To like get us all organized, they had us in groups like A, B, C, and D. And people started obviously overthinking and being like, oh, these are like our game groups. So at first I was like, guys, like, no, like, come on. And that's when I started looking around at my group. We had a lot of really strong people. Yes, like, guys, yes, all of Team C needs to stick together. Like, we all need to go to the same rope because that's how the game is played. Like, yes, we all got like in a line. There's 2,000 of us. There's 5 groups. Like, it's gonna be groups of 400. So I need to make sure that I'm in like the first 400 people. Okay, we're gonna start passing out jerseys. I'm literally like in the first 100 people, right? I'm like, okay, we're all good. Like, we're gonna be fine. I feel like an earthquake at my feet, and I look behind me. The like plus 300 people that are in the back of my line are all sprinting to the front to get their jerseys, and I'm like, oh no, I need to run. I run to the front, I like squeeze my way in there, and I finally get to the front, which felt like it took forever, and I'm like, hey, like, I need a jersey. We're out. Sorry? This line that I just made, is it gonna give me a jersey? Bro, I was masterminding so hard and I'm not even gonna get a jersey. What do I do? And so I start running to the back and I see this lady run by carrying like 4 green jerseys, and I look at her and I'm like, please. And so she gave me one. I was like, thank you. My team does pretty good. We did not go home. That was challenge 1. This is where I met my like core group. So I met my friends, Skylar, Bryson, Alicia, Jess, and Gary. We are all like sitting next to each other, having a great time. I'm like, man, I finally found my people. I'm so glad I'm on this team. Like, we're gonna have such a good time the rest of this game. And that's when they're like, oh, by the way, those jerseys that you're wearing right now, you're going up against your team. So they end up pulling out these 400 briefcases per team. We had to memorize the map and then find a briefcase. Like Battleship, but it's really stressful. Like, okay, I can do Battleship. That's fine. I'm gonna take a nap. I wake up to this girl being like, hey, like, we're about to go. Like, you might want to get up. I can't find any of my friends. I made some new people. We end up teaming up, get a little section going. I swear to you guys, it literally was Battleship. People were like, B52, A74. Like, people were just yelling coordinates. I'm looking at like the row next to me. The first like 1 briefcase is not safe, and then there's a safe one, and then there's a not safe one, and then the rest of the row is safe. We start, I get my hands on the first briefcase, no problem. So the next day, we filmed the last 2 games, which was really fun. They bring out the flags, they explain it. You can choose what round you want to go, but like when you go, you have to get a flag or you're out. I'm over with my friend Jess. Jess is like, okay, I'm gonna go second round. He goes up there and everyone's calling their flags and he's like, I want number 72. Like, if you go for it, like, you're dead. Like, you're not faster than me. So Jess goes, gets his flag, no problem. I was like, oh, okay, that was easy enough. So I go up there next round. I'm like, I want flag number 112. Like, if you think you're faster than me, I dare you to race me. You guys want to know what happened? Someone laughed at me. Jess's strat just didn't work for me. I meet these two people next to me and we start talking about flags. And so when we finally got up to the front, it was like, oh, okay, wait, this is good. Like, I trust the people around me. I think all three of us got our flags. It was awesome though. Probably one of the best feelings of the game, not even gonna lie. We break for lunch and I eventually find my friends and it's this big happy reunion. Everyone in my group ended up making it through besides Alicia, which was sad. We still had a game to play. Honestly, at this point, I was feeling very drained. Whatever happens, happens. Like, there's no strategy to this game because it is 100 people on your platform. It's like, how can you actually trust 100 people that you just met? We ended up going to this one platform. Our group leader, Noah, he seemed like he had a pretty good head on his shoulders. So I was like, all right, I feel good about this. Like, let's get in this line. We're gonna be good. These two girls on our platform were having like major anxiety attacks, but everyone on our platform was trying to go back and play like therapist, which was so great. One of the girls was like, the next person that comes back here, I'm jumping off. He basically explains the game though. I'm gonna put out these bribes. We're gonna start with like 5K, 100K, and then $1 million. So basically, if he gets to $1 million, we're screwed because there's no chance one of these 100 people isn't like, oh, I kind of want the $1 million more than these 99 strangers that I'm with. If someone does end up stepping off during the 100K, or actually before, so I don't even think she got the money, which sucks, but yeah, I'm sure her team was super pumped about that. Everyone starts like taking their liquid death, which is like the water that we were given, and like showering it like it's champagne. Like, they have like this huge pile of the money in the center, right? And they let us like all like go over there and celebrate. I was like climbing up it. I slipped. I literally ate it on a pile of $5 million. So we all get these shirts. Nothing has ever felt better than putting on this shirt after being in the same jersey for like 3 days. I felt so gross. We get back to the hotels though, and there's a huge problem. Everyone who was eliminated in even the first round is still there. Apparently, while we were in the games, there was some kind of crisis at the airport and there was like a data leak. All the flights have like been canceled the past couple days. Now all the like flights that are coming in the next few days are so expensive. I'm stuck in Vegas. Because they've had to cancel all these flights, they're like, we literally can't book this many at a time right now, but we're gonna give you guys the option to like, you can book your own flight and we'll reimburse you. I was like, you know what, I'm gonna book my flight. I thought it would be good. I was like, okay, like, yeah, I'm gonna book my flight. So I book my flight, I'm good, I get dinner, and then I eventually get my hotel room at like 9 o'clock that night. I'm leaving at like 5 a.m. I go to like log in to my flight on like the app, and it's like, oh, you can't log in yet. It's a month out. I was so tired that I booked my flight for August. So I called my mom, I'm crying. I'm like, I'm so sorry. I accidentally booked my flight for August. I was able to get it rebooked. I was tweaking. And because of that, I ended up getting an extra day in Vegas just to like hang out with my friends, which was honestly ended up being so fun. Let me know if you guys want to hear about my experience on the show. I can definitely make one of those kind of similar to this. Like, comment, and subscribe, and let me know anything you guys want to see in the future. And I will see you guys next week. Peace.